Welcome to Big Skywriter, the podcast for storytellers of all shapes and sizes. Whether you write novels, teach classes, or just tell your friends what you did last weekend, if you're a storyteller, this podcast is for you. Here's the host of Big Skywriter, Clint Morey.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you for dropping by to listen. Now, having observed the politicians and political pundits argue and pontificate about the national debt, debt ceiling, saving the country, I thought it would be beneficial to review what the numbers mean. Specifically, what one number means. That number is trillion. The politicians throw that number around like they're talking about loose change. It is not loose change. We need to grasp the value of $1 trillion. The answer is almost incomprehensible. So let's begin at the beginning. A standard US dollar bill is 6.14 inches long. Now, if you were to lay down 100 $1 bills end to end, they would span a length of 614 inches, which is equivalent to 51.17 feet. Now, if you were to lay down 1,000 $1 bills end to end, they would stretch out to 512 feet. And if you were to lay down 1 million $1 bills end to end, they would stretch out for 96.9 miles. Wow, over 96 miles. That is impressive. But that's just 1 million $1 bills. It doesn't really help us comprehend how big 1 trillion is. I would like you to imagine that you had a stack of 1 trillion $1 bills. Yes, it would be a massive stack. But see them in your mind, fresh, crisp, new $1 bills. See yourself setting the bills down one at a time, end to end, bill after bill, until your stack is depleted. I grant you it would take you a while to lay out 1 trillion of those bills, but have you any idea how far those bills would stretch? Well, my trusty friend ChatGPT will give us the answer. Those bills would stretch out approximately 96,775,696 miles. That is a long way. In fact, it's longer than the distance from the Earth to the Sun. A few million miles longer. Now, I want you to understand that 1 trillion is a big number, a very big number. It is nearly incomprehensible. As I'm writing this, our national debt is about $31.5 trillion. If we go back to our example of laying out dollar bills end to end, we could make more than 15 round trips from the Earth to the Sun. That's our current national debt, and that is not good news for our country. So what are we doing about it? Well, in a bipartisan action, our politicians have solved the problem. What did they do? They agreed to make the debt bigger. A word of advice. The next time you hear a politician boasting that they are doing a good job because they are only increasing the national debt by $4 or $5 trillion, understand that either they are mentally challenged or they think that you are. With that lovely thought, I'll conclude this episode. But before I go, I'd like to share a blessing with you from the Old Testament. May the Lord bless and protect you. May the Lord's face radiate with joy because of you. May he be gracious to you, show you his favor, and give you his peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Until the next time, be the reason someone smiles today.